If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, how do you decide what your opportunities are and what you can do for the client that you're meeting with, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, and a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you for HVAC technician sales secrets. All right, there's going to be a point where you go to a home, you go to a property, and you look around, and you're like, how do I decide what my opportunities are? And I'm going to share with you the first override is do nothing. You know, the main thing that you should always consider is, how do I take care of the client? How do I fulfill their needs? And how do I protect them in a way that's preeminent? And sometimes the answer is you have nothing to sell. You have nothing to offer, which is the do nothing mode. Okay. So if you're a technician, option number 2 is parts, right? Yep. You absolutely positively can sell some parts. You can get your hands dirty and you can replace fan motors and circuit boards and igniters and put refrigerant in systems and compressors. Like, yeah, you can absolutely sell parts. Okay. And like, for whatever reason, there's some companies out there that they'll tell their technicians, don't fix anything, replace it. I don't believe that's the right thing to do. Number 3, a maintenance program, right? At the end of the day, most people get their oil changed every 3, 5, or 10,000 miles, depending upon who they listen to. Most homeowners don't know that they're supposed to have their air conditioner or their furnace maintained to make sure that it's working properly for how many hours it's going to work during the heating season or the cooling season. So like, there's an opportunity to say, hey, there's a club membership here. There's a thing that we can do. The reason that you have to have this order of operations is to figure out, like, what is the opportunity for the person that I'm meeting with, taking care of their needs, taking care of what is supposed to be there to help them. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely go into the email publication, hvactechsecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. And occasionally I try to sell you stuff. Number 4 on this list is add-on sales. Add-on sales, it could be indoor air quality. Add-on sales could be insulation. Add-on sales for some companies is ductwork, lightning arresters, anything outside the scope of, like, this is normal for a piece of equipment, but it is an additional thing that'll help the homeowner in some way. You know, I could think of a lot of times in my career where I would end up at a property and the homeowner had something that they didn't need. Like, so I went to a home one time and the person, all their windows are open. Hey, Scott, you know, we really don't use our air conditioner very much. And they were in a part of town where energy was not expensive. And they had like the most extreme system possible, all the variable speed, all the stages. And, you know, I asked them, hey, why'd you get the system? Well, it's the one that the salesperson recommended, said it was going to fit our needs the best. I said, how often do you use it? They go, never. So then I go in there and take a look. It's got indoor air quality product. Like, do you ever use the indoor air quality? No, we leave our windows open. Like, okay, that's not the right thing for the homeowner. In my mind, I would have got them a basic system and said, hey, let's just get you some really good filtration. But I wasn't there, don't know all the details. Last on this list is a new system. Last on this list is an absolute new system where there's problems, there's issues. The homeowner says, I don't want to pay for this thing anymore. I'm out of warranty. The repairs are too expensive. In some instances, it could be a refrigerant issue. The thing is I'm going to share with you that most companies flip this order of operations upside down, and they teach salespeople, they teach technicians that, you know, what comes first is a new system, and then add-on sales, and then club, then parts, then do nothing. And the problem is over time that burns out a client base. Over time, what ends up happening, and when I say over time, it could take about 6 to 18 months. Because if somebody's going to be in a membership program, what's going to happen is, what they're going to do is they're just going to say, like, every time your guys come out here, it just feels like you're trying to sell me something. Sometimes the right thing to do is nothing. Sometimes that conversation is like, hey, everything's good. But, you know, in some companies where commission gets positioned, which I understand, in some companies where there's leaderboards, it forces technicians, it forces salespeople to not do the right thing for their clients. And I'm saying the unpopular thing, right? There's sometimes where managers and GMs and business owners are like, Scott, I like about 99% of what you say, but like sometimes, well, you know what? Here's the thing. I get to say it. So make sure to do the right thing for your client and put them in the right order. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.